Greetings from Alma Mater Day Boarding School, Bareilly. In this video, we shall be covering India's G20 presidency, which India has taken over on December 1, 2022. Let us begin. Refer CBSE Circular Academic 158 of 2022, wherein India's G20 presidency has been shared with us. There is a brief write up about India's G20 presidency enclosed as Annexure A, and this annexure we will be covering in this video through slides. Let us see what we have for you. India took over the G20 presidency on December 1, 2022 for the first time. It is a matter of pride and must be celebrated. And our commitment to peace and prosperity of the world should be shared with all Indians, children too. Let us know about India's G20 presidency. G20 or Group of 20 is an intergovernmental forum of the world's major developed and developing economies. It comprises 19 countries: Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, which was earlier known as Turkey, United Kingdom, and United States of America. Besides this, the European Union is also part of the group of 20, making it G20. G20 accounts for 85% of global GDP, 75% of international trade, and two-thirds of the world population. So all this is very important for international economic cooperation. The G20 presidency is annual and held on rotation by the member countries. Let us see what more we have in this. Some previous presidencies of G20 have been Turkey, now Turkey for 2015, China 2016, Germany 2017, Argentina 2018, Japan 2019, Saudi Arabia 2020, followed by Italy in 2021, Indonesia in 2022. India's G20 presidency. India is currently part of the G20 Troika, current, previous, and incoming G20 presidencies, comprising Indonesia, which was before us, and Italy, which would be after us in 2024, and India, which is currently the president. India assumed the rotating presidency of the G20 from December 1, 2022, and it will be up to 30th November 2023. So 23-24 will be Italy's presidency. Honorable Prime Minister launched a logo and theme for India's G20 presidency on the 8th of November. Shall we see the logo? As also the theme, which is very important. The G20 logo. G20, Bharat 2023, India, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. So the logo draws inspiration from the vibrant colors of India's national flag: saffron, white, and green and blue. You see all these colors merged for the logo. It juxtaposes planet Earth with the lotus, India's national flower. I hope you all know the botanical name of the national flower, lotus, Nilambium nucifera. Nucifera is one of these species. You must remember these national symbols. And it reflects growth amid challenges. The theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. It is drawn from the ancient Sanskrit text of the Maha Upanishad. The theme affirms the value of all life, human, animal, plant, and microorganisms and their interconnectedness on planet Earth. The logo and the theme together convey a powerful message of India's G20 presidency, which is of striving for just and equitable growth for all in the world as we navigate through these turbulent times in a sustainable, holistic, responsible, and inclusive manner. They represent a uniquely Indian approach to our G20 presidency of living in harmony with the surrounding ecosystem. Working of G20. The G20 consists of two parallel tracks, which are the finance track and the Sherpa track. The finance ministers and central bank governors lead the finance track, while Sherpas lead the Sherpa track. A Sherpa is an official who makes preparations for or assists a government representative or important delegate at a conference or a meeting. Within the finance and Sherpa tracks, there are thematically oriented working groups in which representatives from the relevant ministries of the members as well as from invited guest countries and various international organizations participate. Also, there are engagement groups which bring together civil societies, parliamentarians, think tanks, women, youth, labor, businesses, and researchers of the G20 countries. The G20 currently comprises finance track with 8 work streams, which are global macroeconomic policies, infrastructure financing, international financial architecture, sustainable finance, financial inclusion, health finance, international taxation, and financial sector reforms. The Sherpa track with 13 work streams: anti corruption, agriculture, culture, development, digital economy, employment, environment and climate, education, energy transition, health, trade, and investment. Tourism and disaster risk resilience and reduction is the 13th work stream proposed by India. Besides the finance and Sherpa groups, there is the engagement groups. 11 engagement groups from private sector, civil society and independent bodies are organized from among the 20 countries that are part of the G20. They are the business, civil society, labor, parliament, science, supreme audit institutions, think tanks, urban, women, youth, and the 11th engagement group for startups has been proposed by India. Invitee IOs and guest countries. There has been a tradition of the G20 presidency inviting some guest countries and international organizations, IOs, to its G20 meetings and summit. Accordingly, in addition to regular international organizations, which are UN, United Nations, IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Bank, World Health Organization, World Trade Organization, International Labour Organization, Financial Stability Board, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and chairs of regional organizations, which are African Union, African Union Development Agency, New Partnership for African Development, and ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. India as G20 presidency, will also be inviting Bangladesh, Egypt, Mauritius, Netherlands, Nigeria, Oman, Singapore, Spain, and the UAE as guest countries, as well as ISA, the International Solar Alliance, CDRI, the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, and ADB, the Asian Development Bank, as guest IOs. G20 meetings. More than 200 G20 meetings will be held at locations across the country during India's presidency period. The G20 summit will be held in New Delhi from 9th and up to 10th September 2023. For India, the G20 presidency also marks the beginning of Amrit Kal, the 25-year period beginning from the 75th anniversary of independence on 15th August 2022 and leading up to the centenary of its independence. What a great achievement for the nation. This brings us to the end of the video on G20 presidency of India. It is surely a matter of pride for taking over the presidency for the first time. And we would, I'm sure, will do justice to Vasudev Kutumbakam, which is the motto of our presidency this year. See you with another video soon.